Welcome to Tai Chi. Everybody ready? Let's warm up. Hands at your waist, turn your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expand your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise. Interlock those fingers. Keep your arms closer to your head as you force your hips and waist to look at and peek at the opposite heel. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Airplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be careful. Shift your weight to the left. Kick your right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick your butt. 1, 2, shift your weight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heisman, opening up your span, parallel feet, choose the right side, cross and sit on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift weight, ground yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so for our continuation of warming up and golden cockerel, I think I'm going to stand this way until I feel that I can move and turn my back towards you, because what I want to do is call out some of the key things that I want you to try to change in working on golden cockerel. So for the first two, I want to do it by myself and alert you to them, okay? And of course, you'll be on the wrong side, and I guess I could adjust, but we'll just keep it that wrong side for now because I'm facing you, okay? So in Tai Chi, we learn to center ourselves by keeping even weight distribution, but we also learn that we need to come to the center to consolidate our energy before we expand our energy or generate our energy. So in golden cockerel, we shift our weight and we come up, and we know that the hand that comes forward centers our body, but also the foot that comes up falls in line and centers towards our body rather than out here, okay? Rather than out here. We want to bring it in towards the center. The same time that our hand goes up, the same time as our foot goes up. Our hand cannot go up and then our foot, although sometimes we try our best to make that synchronize and it doesn't really work. The other extreme can apply also. If we want our foot to come up a little higher, we do it in synchrony, okay? But if you come up and you go this way, up higher, and you keep that foot, there's no sense. It's making you out of balance. So to get it in good rhythm and in right height, it takes the same amount of distance that your hand comes up is the same amount of distance that your foot comes up, okay? So that is a way of keeping better balance. Another more difficult way is using your spirals, which is always occurring in Tai Chi, always occurring. There are spirals, there are circles, there are semicircles, and spirals that continue. So how can we incorporate spirals? The spiral comes this way, it comes down. It comes in the center, it comes down, pushes down. Do it with me. Doesn't matter what hand. So the hand that comes to the center balances you, and then it creates a spiral. The spiral occurs a little higher than what you normally are doing. Okay, it comes to the side, pushes down, it centers, it comes down, it starts to spiral, and it comes down. But we know that we have to use our hips and waists as we push down. We know that we have to spiral and move our hips and waists. We know that we have to center and use our hips and waists, okay? Now, on the upstroke, it also spirals. It also spirals. How does it also spiral? It also spirals. Okay, we were only looking at the hand comes down, but it also spirals. The spiral, I would suggest, start at a little higher. Start at a little higher to come down. Don't wait until you come down and then spiral. That's not going to help you. So you're going to come down portion, and then you're going to come out. All right? Let's see if we can incorporate at least two of those things that we just did in our golden cockerel. And Ken's reminding me, hey, what's over here? What's over here? That's important. 2 inches below your navel, that's your center of gravity. So you're going to have to not only think through the movement, but you're going to have to be able to concentrate and say, is that danten, is that center of gravity in the position that I want it, or is it leaning too far forward or backwards or to the side? It has to be straight up. It's that point that's drilled through the center of your skull, through your chest, and through that center of gravity, okay? Huh? and it's your reference point. Hey, so there's that center, there's that danten. Okay, go ahead and start. You don't have to be on the same side as me. Okay, I'm going to turn this way, continue any way, any side. So we're spinning on our axle, grounding ourselves, spiraling up higher, pushing down as we bring our forward hand up, we push down. You don't have to exaggerate it, but you can feel it within your system. Okay, last one. Okay, so when you practice that, those are the elements that I want you to give more focus to. When we now kick out, we're at 50-50. We shift our weight to the left. Our right hand comes to the outside. We bring in our elbows and we follow our kick. That wasn't such a good one. Bring in our elbows. We don't want to keep our elbows out. We want to bring in the elbows, center ourselves, and then follow the kick, making sure that the counterbalance hand is away in the opposite direction, not in the other position, but an opposite direction. Okay, let's get started. 50-50. Gather the energy as we created a semicircle. Down on a semicircle. Up on a spiral. Gather, shift to the one side, kick out, pull in if you can, center, and out, and in, gather, center, out, gather, center, out, in, down, shift and spin, and follow with your eyes, follow with your hand. Last set. Okay. Part of our warm-ups now is Tai Chi Walk. Okay. So we're going to move away from our regular routine from the 10 form. We're going to do Tai Chi Walk. Okay. So let's warm up our bodies. Try to watch. Try to listen. Hands at your waist. Okay. If you feel you need to move back a couple of steps, do so now. Okay. Stay away from the wires. Good Tai Chi posture. Pivot out with your right heel as if you're walking in that direction. Shift your weight, put your heel out on an L stance, bow the legs, so round out your crotch, over the heel, flatten down. Sit back, sit down. Pivot out, walk in that direction, out on an L stance, bow the legs by opening that knee, over the heel, flatten down. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, shift your weight, walk in that direction, L stance, open this right knee, over the heel, get that energy going, flatten down. Sit back, sit down, pivot to the left, shift your weight, L stance, open the left knee, over the heel, down. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, walk in that direction, heel out, open the knee, gather that energy, generate the energy, bow stance. Sit back. twist, shift, L, open the knee, down, sit back, twist, shift, L, open the knee, down, sit back, sit down, pivot, shift weight, L, open the knee, round our crotch, down, both stance. Last one, sit back, sit down, pivot out, walk in that direction, L stance, both the legs, over the heel down, okay? Turn around and walk, Tai Chi walk, back to your original position. Here we go, pivot out, shift weight, L stance, round your crotch, over the heel down. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, shift your weight, L stance, open the knee, down. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, walk in that direction, shift weight, L stance, open the knee, round out your crotch, down. Sit back, sit down. Are you doing everything I'm asking you to do? Shift weight, L, open the knee, round your crotch, down. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, walk in that direction, L stance, open the knee, round your crotch, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, walk in that direction, L stance, over the heel, down. Sit back, sit down. Last one. Shift weight, over the hill, and down. Sit back, sit down, turn around into your original position. Okay, good. So I see some of you trying to incorporate the rounding of the crotch. Okay, so let me show you what I mean by rounding of the crotch. I'm in good Tai Chi posture. I'm not this way, just because I know you know that you're going forward and weaving. You still are posted very well, straight up, not leaning towards the front, forward position, okay? And you're dropping your shoulders, because never is Tai Chi with shoulders up. You'll never get any relaxation that way. Drop those shoulders. Pivot out, walk in that direction. So 2 hips have to be in this direction. I put out my L, my energy is here. I open. Do you see, when I open, my crotch is now rounded. So there are many ways of saying it. We can say that we open the knee. We can say round your crotch. At the same time, you're deeply rooted. Why do you want to be deeply rooted? You want to be able to walk. You want to be able to store the energy so that the energy is substantial enough so that it can then generate and move and make yourself stable, powerful, and I guess safer, because why? If you only have part energy here and part here, you are going to have trouble identifying what is weightless. We want to clearly identify that the weightless foot is the foot that's now going to take that position. And weightless because then it can move clearly. But if you have 2 feet with some weight, it's not going to help us. Okay, so we're training and disciplining ourselves so that whatever we learn in Tai Chi, we can help ourselves in other daily activities, okay? And it works, it really works, but we have to train ourselves. Why does it have to train? Why do we have to train? Because we have to keep all our body weight, whatever we have, 100+ pounds, on one foot momentarily, and we have to still keep it there to then move that energy to come down. So yes, one thing is to store it, one thing is to L stance it, one thing is to move it. But before you move it, round out your crotch. When you see me round out my crotch, I am flexed even more, meaning more weight is added to that back foot. So then all that energy can travel from my flat of my foot to my ankle, leg, knee, thighs, hips, waist, upper body, shoulders, and then down. If I'm only partly this way, if I'm only partly sitting back and I have not that much energy stored, I'm going to have trouble shifting my weight because this is not purely or entirely weightless. I'm going to have trouble pivoting. I'm going to have trouble moving that weight because some weight is here. It's not, it's all muddled up, okay? So that statement that I said where if it's not clearly defined, those are words, but once you put it in your body and try to understand how you feel, it'll become more clearly and more apparent that yes, the body, how it feels is safer when it contains all your body weight or as much as possible over the time that you're trying to be a good disciplinarian of Tai Chi, okay? All right, so we laid the groundwork. We will always and never forget what our Tai Chi walk is, okay? I know that you're eager to move on with hands. This is how we're going to do it. We're not going to do feet, and we're going to do hands, okay? Then we're going to try to put them together. All right, so we'll start with commencing form, okay? So you're at 50-50. You dropped your shoulders, your chin is down, your chest is concave, and your butt is tucked under. And I shouldn't see you like this because we haven't generated any energy. All I'm asking you for your knees is to be flexible, not locked in, but relaxed, okay? But not to the relaxed point where I see them actually bent, okay? And you're upright, okay? And we're gonna move our feet in because this is how we start, okay? But remember, we're not doing feet. We're not doing feet, okay? To prove a point that the movements in Tai Chi are, yes, dependent on feet, but there are other parts of our body that need to really reinforce that, mainly the hips and waist. Where are your hips and waist? Show me by doing this. The hips and waist generate. They are the director, the commanders of your body whenever you do Tai Chi. If they're frozen and if they're not used and forgotten, you're not doing good Tai Chi, all right? So this is the PowerPoint, okay? So we said no feet. And yeah, I'm not gonna dock you because your feet want to move because it's a natural thing to do. But for my lesson today, no feet, okay? As much as possible, okay? Commencing form, good Tai Chi posture. Rotate your hands. Deep breath in as you elevate. Shoulder level. Drop your shoulders. You can flex your knees because you're not moving your feet, okay? Hold your ball on a T-stance. Okay, you can go T-stance. Out and to the side. Part the wild horse's mane. Use your hips and waist because that's all you've got. Hold your ball 3 times. Part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down. Out, hold your ball. Part the wild horse's mane. Half step forward, hold your ball. Spin your ball, look to the right hand as you advance it up high. White crane spreads its wings, okay? And I took you to 4 steps, 3 steps. Commencing form, parting of the wild horse's mane, and white crane spreads its wings, okay? I want to look at how you hold your ball and how you part the wild horse's mane, okay? So bottom hand advances. First, good Tai Chi ball, chest level, 2 inches below your dantian. Come in so that you don't see come in so that you do not see my elbows. If you see my elbows, I'm not holding my Tai Chi ball correctly. I'm coming in, okay? I'm coming in. And are you in like this so that the hands are not like this, but in? It's okay to have the ball around your upper arm like this, okay? And At this point, your shoulders are not up high, like you're really holding the ball tight. You drop your shoulders because that's part of your Tai Chi posture, all right? The bottom hand advances. It's going to come out towards the center, and because you're moving, it's going to come to the side. Show me what the bottom hand does. The bottom hand comes to the center, comes out towards the side. Again, hold your ball nicely first. Bottom hand comes out towards the center, comes out to the side. All right, let's fix up our fingers. Our fingers are kind of goofy. What about our fingers? Fingers are not straight. You know that because you're holding a ball. But you also know that in most cases, you're wearing a mitten. How do you wear a mitten? Do you wear a mitten like this, or do you wear a mitten like that? You wear a mitten with the thumb separated from the rest of the hand. But you do not have to clench those fingers. You wear your mitten loosely. Okay, try it again. Part the wild horse's mane. Although we don't have feet now, we do have our hips and waists. We do have the flexing of our knees. Are we getting in our spirals? I think so, but make sure that you are trying your best. Are you using your flexing of your knees? Are you using your hips and your waist? Let's look at that hand that comes to the side of our body. It sits away from our hip. It's holding on yet another ball on the top. All right, so Ken said we commenced, right? So when you commence, your feet are together, but when we part the wild horse's mane, our feet should be apart. So if you're together, like how I was in the beginning, put those feet slightly apart, all right? So we looked at hands now. We saw that the hands form the ball in a right way. The forward hand is always the bottom hand. It comes to the center, and then it parts the wild horse's mane, but ends towards the side. Whereas the hand that sits to our hips, it's not, it comes out a little bit more than when you are a golden cockerel. It comes away from your hip a little bit more. Okay? Any questions on that? So I'm going to let it go for now because I know that you're trying your best. But I do want you to remember that whatever you have in your power, you can use it. That means you can flex your knees. You can use your core as you part the wild horse's mane. It is a sensation that we isolated by not using our feet. We're using the power of the mind. And better yet, the mind is saying, our hips and waists are the directors and drivers of all of our Tai Chi movements. Okay? All right. Now, so you know commencing form, no different from the 10 form. You know that parting of the wild horse's mane is a second movement. It occurs 3 times. Then we have to use a transition movement to move us out of the former or the previous movements, such as parting of the wild horse's mane, to move us into another movement. So then we need to do a white crane spreading his wings. Okay, so bear with me. Commencing form. Part the wild horse's mane. 1, 2, 3, half step forward, hold your ball, spin your ball, look at the right hand as it draws up, left hand to the side again, make that upper hand, right hand, twist so that the baby finger can cut an imaginary line through the edge of your left shoulder, okay? So do it with me and then we'll put some instructions to it, okay? Here we go. Commencing form, good Tai Chi posture. Rotate your hands. Take a deep breath in. Shoulder level, push down that water. Flex your knees. Hold your ball. Part the wild horse's mane. 1, 2, 3, half step forward, hold your ball, spin your ball, look at your right hand, make that twist, okay? So yeah, you're saying it's a little awkward and I don't know what she's undoing what I've learned, but hang in there, it's going to pay off, okay? Hang in there. All right, so this is what we did. Commencing form. Take a deep breath in, shoulder level, relax the process, reverse the process. Hold your ball on the T stance, out and to the side, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, hold your ball, take a step out, L stance, O stance. Second time, third time, part the wild horse's mane. Half step forward, hold your ball. Spin your ball, look at that dancing hand, set it down, white crane spreads its wing. So after you spin the ball, you look, you make that baby finger cut through the side of your, okay? All right, I will let you do feet only after you listen and do it the best way you can. Everybody want to do feet? Everybody know what they have to do before they do feet? Okay. So your mind is active. You're getting out of your comfort zone so that you can learn something in a new way, a new strategy, so that perhaps your Tai Chi will be more meaningful to you. Okay? So I'm thinking through how I should stand, okay? All right, I'll really take a good look at you when I edit the video. But for now, I'll let you have your privacy, okay? I'm gonna turn this way. All right, so we said that we want to move our feet, but we're not gonna do it until we do it as well we can, using what we have, which is our mind, our head and neck, our shoulders, our core, and our hips and waist to make our movements work for us. We also have waiting down and sitting down, okay? So get those elements incorporated in what we're gonna do. Here we go, good Tai Chi posture, commencing form. Open, rotate, deep breath in as we elevate. Flex the knees, push down. T-stance, hold your ball. Out and to the side, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down. Hold your ball for better balance. Out and to the side, part the wild horse's mane. 2. Sit back, sit down. Ball for better balance. Part the wild horse's mane. 3rd and final. Half step forward, hold your ball. Spin your ball. Right, bottom hand advances with the right hand above your forehead. Twist, white crane spreads its wings. Drop your front foot, bisect your body. Look back at your back hand that's higher. One more time. Okay, you're going to be on the opposite side. White crane spreads its wings. Okay? Okay, where's your weight? Weight is down, right? All right, another transition. Bisect, bring the top hand closer to you, but parallel it. Down. Spiral, as if you're going to now brush your knee. Okay, I'm gonna turn this way. White crane spreads its wing. Make sure that your baby finger can slice through that other shoulder, okay? Here we go. Bring it closer to you, elbow down, bisect, down to your danten, swirl back, look at your right hand, bring it to the ear, turn your face, brush your knee, okay? All right, so I assume that you know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to use everything that you have without moving our feet. Now we're going to move our feet to Tai Chi Walk, okay? But usually what happens is that when you start to move two things, something gives way. So I wanted to really work on feet first, hands next, and then put it together. So your job is a big job. You're going to have to put it together by remembering all those two separate elements working together, okay? All right. Good Tai Chi posture, dropping those shoulders, going through your spine, bringing my foot in a little bit, commencing form. Shift your weight to the right, heel comes up, on your arch, on your toe, fully 100% on the right, open, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Hands rotate to the middle of your thighs. Take a deep breath in, loosely wear your mittens, shoulder level, press down, elbows down, flex your knee. Round out without putting your shoulders up, T and a ball. Check to see whether your elbows are in and your hands are loose and relaxed, okay? Not tight. On a T stance, out on an L, open around the crotch as you bottom hand advances to part the wild horse's mane. Then check to see whether your knee is not beyond your toe and that your advancing left hand is to the side of you and the hand that sits to the side of your hip is pretty much far away, okay, not close to you. Here's your Tai Chi walk. Sit back, sit down, storing that energy. Pivot out, shift your weight. How are you going to shift balance with safety? By holding your ball. Out on an L stance, do not flare out that foot because it's supposed to be on a line, parallel to the line. Split those hands to second part of the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down. Pivot out. Ball for better balance as you shift your weight. L stance. Open the knees around the crotch. Part the wild horse's mane. Final. Half step forward. Hold your ball. Half step means your right foot or back foot is on its toe. Spin the ball. Right hand or bottom hand advances to go up as you watch it. Left foot on its toe. Lift up the left foot, put it on its toe, change the position of your hand. Ooh, that's a lot, okay? So we're gonna do it again, coming forward, okay? So you're gonna take 2 steps back, okay? So this time you'll have perhaps a better view of what's going on. So in order to follow me going towards the bulletin board, we're gonna have to start with facing the clock wall, okay? And we'll get there. Good Tai Chi posture, grow through your spine. Middle finger to the side seam. Every other element will fall in place. 50-50. Shift weight to the right. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. On your toe. Open. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Hands rotate. Take a deep breath in as you elevate. shoulder level, flex your knees, make yourself small, exhale. Form your T, form your ball, root it down on the back or right foot, take an L stance, move that ball, split the hands, part the wild horse's mane. Get a good stretch. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, hold your ball for better balance, out and to the side. Watch the forwarding hand, turn it to the side. Make sure that other hand on the left hand is holding the top of a ball away from your hips, knee not beyond your toe. Second, that was second. Number 2, sit back, sit down, pivot out as if you're walking in that direction. Hold your ball, L stance, bottom hand advances, final parting of the wild horse's mane. Half step forward, hold your ball, spin your ball so that your right hand can be looked at, rocking that front foot to its toe, lifting it up, setting it on its toe. White crane spreads its wings. Okay? Turn this way. We can do 3 more parting of the wild horse's mane. Okay? Facing the clock wall, holding your ball on a T stance. Out and to the side, move that ball, part the wild horse's mane. Get a good stretch. Sit back, sit down. Pivot out. Ball for better balance. Walk in that direction. Heel out, parallel or on the line. Second parting of the wild horse's mane. Sit down, sit back. Pivot out. Ball for better balance. Walk in that direction. Round your crotch. Part the wild horse's mane. Final. Half step forward on your toe as you hold your ball for better balance. Spin the ball, sit back on your back foot, rock the front foot, watch that right hand go up on its, put it on its toe, lift up the foot, white crane spreads its wings. At this point now, you're dropping so that the weight is fully on the back. If the weight is fully on the back, the shoulders are never raised. You can't do 2 things. You've got to drop those shoulders. Can you raise it? I don't want it like that. I want it how? Dropped. That's the sensation that you need to feel. All right, just a sneak preview for next week. Drop your front foot, which is on its toe. Drop it down. Bring the hand that's up closer to your body, closer to your body. Then move it so that the elbow is straight down, bisecting your body in the center of your body as you bisect. Just before you turn, you use the other hand to spiral together. Lift up the front on its heel, multitask to brush knee. This point too, the shoulders are dropped. Okay, good. That's really a lot, okay? But because it's going to get compiled next week with new movements, you've got homework, okay? Whether it's watching, whether it's taking something that you feel is important, take it and work on it. Help me understand what I mean. Is there anybody who doesn't understand? Okay. I don't want to treat you like my elementary school kids. I don't want to sound like that either, but you know, sometimes we need that push. We really need that push. And the reason why I'm so adamant about it is because I feel that you folks are serious. You never miss a class if you're not on a trip or sick, right? You're never. So you're saying to me, I like Tai Chi, I want to learn Tai Chi. But it's not magical. It just not come in and sit with you. You've got to do your homework, okay? All right. And believe it or not, I know who does their homework and who doesn't. You don't even have to tell me. I know. It's obvious, okay? So, you know, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. I know that everybody has, you know, personal whatever. And, you know, I have no excuse, too. I don't practice as much as I should. But try to get some practice in. All right. 10 minutes, I will always want to end with the 24, but I want to show you just by demonstrating what we did, okay? And I think the best way is forward, okay? So we said we're in good Tai Chi posture, and whenever you're in good Tai Chi posture, that spine has to make, you have to feel that you're growing taller. You can never say, I hear her, but I'm not going to do it because I'm already tall. You need to make a conscious effort to grow through your spine, okay? Actually, I'm going this way, okay? This way. All right. So good Tai Chi posture, thinking through, power of my hips and waist and mind, shifting my weight, coming down as a 50-50, rotating. Okay, and we'll learn that next week. Okay? So try to capitalize on what you just did and build on it, okay? It's the name of the game, rather than wait till next week and say, oh, I sort of remember, I sort of don't, and then we're going to compile it with new movements, okay? All right.
I got to get my plug in for the program, you know. No, what I want to have you folks think about are, I know Lucille went through movements of hands, and I know you went through walk. A couple of things we can't overemphasize the role of the core of the body. All your hand movements, they start off with the core, okay? And the core is, because it's central, it moves a little slower, but that's okay. You get that moving, it's like my previous analogy of a whip. You get a whip going so slow, but as the energy travels along the fiber of the whip, it gets faster and faster, and the excursions get faster, wider over a short period of time. This allows for that pop at the end of the whip. So when you're thinking about your hands are going to be here, but you say, I'm going to start from here, and I know where my hands are going to go, and you don't have to worry so much about where your hands are going to go if you start off properly with the right timing and position of your core. The second thing is learn to take advantage of all the joints that you have when you do your movements. I've been going around the room and telling people, don't loosen your knees, because you want to be able to, when you turn, you want your knees involved. And you also really want your ankles involved. But if we're up high like this, we're just on a teeter-totter. Yeah? And maybe your ankles are moving a little bit, your knees are just not doing very much, and your waist is doing all the work. You want from all the way down, okay?
Okay, good. All right, here we go. Good Tai Chi posture. Okay, and if you don't have room on the left, make it so that you are room enough. Commencing form, shift weight, heel up on your toe, open, 50-50, hands rotate, deep breath in, shoulder level, reverse the process, flex your knees, hold your ball in a T stance. We're going to part the wild horse's mane out into the side. Here it is. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, hold your ball, heel out, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, hold your ball, part the wild horse's mane, final. Half step forward, hold your ball, spin your ball, right hand advances, rock the front foot, lift it up, set it down, white crane spreads its wings. Drop your front foot, bisect your body, look back at your backhand, lift up the front foot, brush knee. 1, sit back, twist out, parallel higher, heel, all together, brush knee 2. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, parallel higher, multitask to brush your knee. Transition step, half step forward, sit back on your back foot, rock the front foot, play your lute. Backwards Tai Chi Walk. Center the front hand, right hand higher, looking at it, lift up, ear, toe, heel, pivot to the ball of your foot as you repulse the monkey 1. Center, glance, lift up, ear, heel, toe, pivot, repulse 2. Center, higher, glance, lift up, toe, heel, pivot on the ball, meet to the center, repulse 3. Center, glance, lift up, toe, heel, pivot on the ball of your foot, make that modification, final. Hold your ball in a T stance, we're going to ward off. Out and to the side, push your opponent away. Turn your hips and waist and grasp the bird's tail with the modification of keeping your foot down. Contact, turn at the hips and waist, push out from the center of your body, separate your hands and roll back, sit down, up, and then forward. Sit back, sit down, pivot, spiral, twist step, root down, hold your ball. Out and to the side, L stance, ward off. Turn your hips and waist to grasp the bird's tail. Use your hips and waist as you turn to look. Contact, turn at the hips and waist to push out. Separate your hands and roll back and sit down. Up and forward. Sit down, sit back. Twist step, cup, 9 o'clock. 2 things happen. Flip the hands, T stance, 3 o'clock, hook. Across the face, out, L stance. First, single whip. Sit back, sit down. Twist, cup, 3 o'clock, cloud hands. 9 o'clock, 2 things happen. Flip the hands, close the feet. 12 o'clock, stem cup. 3 o'clock, flip the hands, open the feet. Middle cup. 9 o'clock, flip the hands, close the feet. That's 2. Stem cup. 3 o'clock, flip the hands, final. Three o'clock, flip the hands, T stance, hook, out. Second single whip. Half step forward, sit back, rock the front, high pad on the horse. Cross at your wrist, step out, palms down, left heel, gather energy, right hand on the outside, right foot coming up, and you know the rest. In, drop gently on your heel, look through your double punch. Here I'll lose you, but try it for experience. Sit back, sit down, pivot all the way to the street, left hand on the outside, left foot coming up, and kick out. In, hook, down with your toe, serpent in the grass, one of the more complex moves. Up, golden cockerel, toe, spin, hook, serpent, the other way. Set, shift your weight up, golden cockerel. Heel down, hold your ball, Out with your heel, spin the ball, turn your hips and waist, maiden shuttles on her right. Sit back, sit down. Pivot out, hold your ball, heel out, spin the ball over the forehead, spin left. Half step to the back, set up your right hand, go down to the bottom of the seat to find that needle. One hand up, two hands up, then your foot, start in the middle, out with your heel, flush arms like a fan. Sit back, sit down, pivot, one sweep up, on your toe, spin out to deflect, bring it in to parry, and then punch. Touch, open your fingers, roll back, spiral up, then forward. Sit back, sit down, pivot, open pivot, in pivot, embrace the tiger, shift your weight, bring him in closer, push him out, final time. Separate your hands, drop your shoulders, flex your knees, hands go for the ride as you now close your form. What do you see? Fish? Dog in the water? Yeah, doggy. Over the water, under the water. Doggy get all wet. Dog. There's a moose, there's a cow. What is that one, baby? Do you see yourself? I see you.